Amendment when George Bush became president in the year 2000. Bush kept USAID funding for education and reproductive health care at inadequate levels, around $300 million per year, and devoted half of that to failed abstinence-only education programs in family planning. He imposed abstinence-only restrictions on AIDS funding, which has contributed to the spread of AIDS. And he stopped all U.S. support for the United Nations Population Fund. Our reneging on our pledge sent the goal backwards and women and girls to their graves. That's why we're still in the situation we're in today, with some 529,000 women and girls dying needlessly, and 20 times that injured every year, with an additional 70,000 dying of botched illegal abortions. When Barack Obama became president, he decided to try to make up for the neglect of the Bush years by increasing funding in the 2010 budget to $648.5 million, and in 2011 will increase this further to $715 million, a 54% increase over the last Bush budget. He also repealed the global gag rule and reinstated U.S. funding of United Nations Population Fund. But that's not enough. The pro-choice community is demanding at least $1 billion annually in U.S. international sexual reproductive health and rights funding. We, as the Feminist Majority Foundation, estimate that the United States should be spending $3 billion a year to meet our obligations and help meet the 2015 goal of universal access. For far less than the cost of a single weapons system, for less than 0.5% of the United States annual defense budget, we could save girls and women's lives and help empower women and alleviate poverty in the developing world. So to make that 2015 goal, here's what we need to do today. All of us in this room, to hold our government accountable for its obligations to the women of the world. We must speak out and organize to get them to increase the funding to $3 billion a year for the next 5 years, so that we once and for all turn this crisis around, save girls and women's lives, and save the planet while we do it. The Feminist Majority Foundation is launching a countdown to 2015 campaign that we hope you'll be a part of. Help us gather the hundreds of thousands of signatures to deliver to President Obama and Congress. Organize action and events on your campuses to highlight the needless dying of women and girls, and promote the countdown to 2015 campaign. Now, you guys are too young to remember cities. Actually, I am too. But what we're suggesting is that you have die-ins to dramatize the 529,000 women and girls dying every year. Speak out to tell their stories, and urge youth students to join the Countdown campaign by signing your petitions. We are determined not to stop speaking out and organizing until the U.S. and the community of nations meet its obligations to the women and girls around the globe. When it comes to this issue of empowering women and girls in reproductive health, it is indeed the living It is us, all of us, women and girls and men, rich and poor, in every country in the world, who would reap the benefits that are inherent with saving girls and women's lives. We are all in this together. We are all bound together in this world, and when we turn our backs on the needless deaths of the hundreds of thousands of women and girls a year, we all suffer. So let's keep our eyes on the women and girls who are just one pregnancy away from poverty or death. Let's keep our eyes on the 529,000 buried women and girls that we will be here discussing next year if we, the living, don't do something today. Thank you so much.